Hello everybody and welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League Season 12 Week 3, the final game. Today, Lich better have my money. Yeah, the final series. Today, Lich better have my money. Taking on This Is Sparta, who we're going to be doing for the live game this Sunday. It's probably going to be a day after this is uploaded.
Radiant team ban.
Alright, first ban. What do you think we're going to be seeing here?
It's a good question. This is Sparta. They have a lot of focus on the 3 and the 2. So yep, immediately knocking out Underlord.
Yeah.
We're gonna be targeting Big Boy, I think. Big Boys LaCroix.
Wyvern ban seems to make sense.
Yep, not only have we've been seeing a lot of run over meat. We've been seeing a lot of Wyvern on run over meat rather. So getting rid of the Bristleback as well, just trying to make it hard for Big Boy LaCroix to pick. They're clearly thinking highly of him, and that's not a bad idea. Big Boy LaCroix kind of walked all over everybody in the last series. No Necro, that's interesting.
They very clearly have a hero that relies on low HP shenanigans. Centaur pick.
Immediately pulling up the Centaur. They've been putting a lot of Centaur on old X3 recently. Old robot.
Certainly have, yeah.
Dire team pick.
Got an Ogre Magi in every series.
Oh.
Yep.
It's a tougher sell, Ogre Magi against a Centaur Warrunner, because Centaur's got a lot of tricks to deal with you. So it basically means you're not going to be sending Ogre 5. At least you shouldn't be, anyway.
5 seconds.
Makes it a lot harder for him to live. Of course, you know, there's ways around that, of course, but...
Yeah.
Like sending Ogre 4. But, yeah, kind of pigeonholes what Ogre's going to be doing this game. Probably taking their time to think about this one.
Yeah, for sure.
I think the last 2 weeks have been a big building moment for This Is Sparta, right? They've been trying to come more and more together as like a team, come together more and more as an entity, and give a better showing. Silencer, just to get rid of that Centaur ult. It's not something most people want to see. Also a flex pick to some degree. Hey, did you guys know Ocelot is here? Say hello, Ocelot.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I'm here. Just been quietly observing this.
Alright, Lena.
Got Lena up. What do you
Gotta wonder what the Lena pick is going to be for. Again, Lena's one of those heroes you can't really overtly predict what their intended purpose is in the pick phase.
Likely going to be on Kid Dynamite.
Kid Dynamite, Lena, yeah.
But not necessarily. Same with Silencer on the other side. You can make an assumption Silencer's probably going to be 4 or 5, but not necessarily. You could be running him 3 or 2 as well.
Ricky ban, interesting.
We've seen some Ricky actually being played on Sparta to some decent effect, so...
Yeah, it's true.
Lich definitely have been watching the tapes of This Is Sparta. Definitely aware of what Sparta's been picking.
Radiant team ban.
Tinker, of course.
Yeah, they're assuming a pause for Lena here, I think.
Kind of a bad assumption. I think it's pretty much pause 2, like 90% of games.
Right. It's bad, but not entirely incorrect.
Dire team remaining.
Conka.
Don't want to see that Kunkka with that Centaur Warrunner. It's already going to be...
Every single one of those heroes banned is entirely a hero that just prevents either... Like, it prevents you from just running in or away from something.
Right. It's also, the Kunkka ban as well goes really well with Centaur Warrunner. He's already going to have a hard enough life with the Silencer there. No Jug. Dabush been playing a lot of Jug, so that ban not uncalled for, I don't think.
Yep.
As a note, I just want to point out, by the way, you don't know true fear until you've seen a until you've seen a surged centaur ulting at you at max speed. Speaking of ults, I'm kind of suspecting that with their current pick ban set up over here on this is Sparta, we might be looking at. Ooh.
Chaos Knight,
CK?
first time this tournament. Welcome, welcome.
I was about to say that. If there's one hero who's really good at ripping apart big tanky sons of bitches, it is Chaos Knight.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Taking a bit of time
Lena doesn't like to see him either, necessarily. Yeah, Lena can just evaporate instantly to a CK.
Yeah, she doesn't have a lot of counterplay against him, unless she gets a drop on him. But even then, you better get that Laguna Blade out quick, because he can dodge it with his ult.
Yep, he can dodge it with ult. He can dodge a lot of things that you do with his ult, and he can stop you from just zooming off there. You want to Yules? Well, he can just stand still. Just right back to status quo, you know? He's got a lot of answers for Lena there. It's a pretty tough contender to deal with. Plus, we also got the Ogre here, so that's the main Chaos Knight is going to be hitting real hard. Going to be constantly rolling for those crits. I hope one day the Chaos Knight crit gets, like, taken out of RNG, so the fact that it's a dice, like a picture of dice, is literally just a complete relic.
Yeah, and the fact that he's Chaos Knight is a relic.
Ooh.
Alright.
I see some good combo potential between Centaur, Lena, and Witch Doctor.
I don't necessarily like picking Witch Doctor into Silencer, but, you know.
Yeah, it's not a good idea, I don't think. But if they're not going to build him specifically for ult, they may be using him as a walking heal battery. It doesn't sound very powerful, but I'll tell you something. Max Voodoo Restoration can let you tank some obscene levels of damage.
There's also the potential here that they've got something coming up to deal with that Silencer as well. There are cures to the Silencer. There are cures to the heal that is Silencer.
You know, looking at their current setup over on Dire Team, I'd like to say that they could really go. Lich better have my money. Could really do with an Abaddon.
Could, yeah. The Abaddon can do pretty well for himself against the Silencer. The only issue there is that you've got to land him in a funny way. We got Lifestealer as well.
Lifestealer. Oh yeah, that's
Centaur Lifestealer,
Yep.
classic.
It's a good combination with the Centaur. It goes really well against the Chaos Knight, and he can ignore Silencer more or less whenever you're not talking about his ult.
10 seconds remaining.
It's a good pick, I approve there.
5 seconds remaining.
In
If
particular,
I've
even
learned
though...
anything from this tournament so far, it's that the insta counterplay to Lifestealer is a Razor.
I don't think they've got the room to pick a Razor on.
Well,
Never mind.
Oh, there you
room
go.
has been made.
All right, instantly shoot me in the foot. All right.
Silencer 4. It's
Yep.
confirmed.
Razor 2. I mean, it could be Razor 3. We have
Maybe
seen Razor
1,
3.
I guess. We've seen
Yeah.
Razor 1.
I would be astounded if they sent Chaos Knight anywhere
Bloodseeker
but 1.
ban. Yeah, they want to move freely.
I would say it would almost be an abject mistake to send Chaos Knight anywhere but 1. No Bloodseeker, no Monkey King. No Pangolier. Got a lot to do with mobility here. Looks like neither team is very clear on what we're going for here. Interesting to me, the Monkey King ban when we have the Chaos Knight and the Razor in play. Implying either they think we're going to have Monkey King mid or Monkey King off.
5 seconds remaining.
We have seen a little Monkey King mid at this tournament.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Sparta save 3 for last, so I'm thinking probably 3 last. Good to see Big
Potentially,
Boy
yeah.
on Razor, but I think it's gonna be 3 last. For the most part, I feel like 3 last is not the most ideal situation here, but Big Boy has been having such a big performance in some of these games that there is some merit in doing it here. Gonna run almost entirely off the clock here, thinking about this last ban.
Oh yeah.
In fact, both teams actually very low on reserve time. Have been thinking very hard through this pick phase.
Yep.
Radiant team pick.
No Windrunner.
Okay. I don't know
Think
how much
that's,
I'd like Windrunner against Razor, but
Formally assuming that Lena is a support here.
I'm still not sure about that.
Dire team pick.
Earthshaker.
It's a shaker.
That
4.
is a really powerful pick.
Yeah.
That is
3,
some
2,
hard
5,
stunlock. That
1,
is some.
4.
That is. I just realized the gross sad thing. If Earthshaker manages to get in their backline and wall off their escape, it's not their fear of running away. It's not their ability to run away with Centaur. It's their ability to close the gap and leave their enemy no escape.
Templar
Here comes
TA.
your heroes.
Wants
That
to,
is yet another hero who can very easily strip the armor off of an enemy and kill them in seconds flat. Between
It is a
Chaos
3
Knight
CK.
and TA. Ooh.
It's gonna be 3 CK.
Nothing wrong with 3 CK necessarily.
Well, the fact that you can't really play him as a 3 is up there. It basically means you have 2 1s.
Well, yeah, but
There's some heroes that you want to have as 1 that can do 3. Like I think Jug can use, because Jug can go for like risky farm. He can go for risky objectives. He can go deep, right? So you aren't actually taking up any of your pause 1's farm. You're just expanding the amount of farm your team has on the map. CK can't
I mean,
do
they have
that.
they have a lighter pause 1 and Razor to make up for that. He's more of
Right.
a fighting pause 1. Doesn't really farm that hard
So
necessarily.
who's gonna be their mid? Lifestealer?
Who's gonna be mid on Lich? That's gonna be Lena.
You know, yeah.
I would certainly expect that to be the case, but I don't know.
Kid Dynamite's been playing mid so far, so it'd be a little strange to see him change off now. But yeah, they basically this is Sparta almost doesn't have a pause 1. They really just have like, especially with TA as well, they really just have like 3 pause 2s. There's 3 guys at more or less the same farm prio. That can go really well for them if this game goes long, but it can also really backfire on them if it doesn't.
Yep.
They're playing a very long game here. See if they're able to buy the time, or if they're going to do something really unorthodox with these picks so far.
Trust in Big Boy LaCroix. I'm glad
Trust.
that's a voice we line
Trust
for
in
when
the
you
big
screw
boy.
up Echo Slam.
Yeah, even the shard, really you just can't really play pause 3 like this. You're not gonna be able to
There's
tank
this,
like this.
There's this like new meta CK that people are doing where they get Aether Lens and use the shard.
Right. Still not like a pause 3 thing though.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying it is, I'm just pointing it out.
This is a good time to talk about the Tao of pause 3, right? And if there's anything I can talk about, it's the Tao of pause 3. It's basically, the Tao of pause 3 is, you want to be the heat sink. You want to be the guy that forces everybody to deal with you and makes it as
Right.
punishing as possible for them to do so. You want to get everybody fighting you, or make it as hard as possible to fight everybody else. You know, you get your Centaur, right? Where's Centaur at? He's not on this team. You get your Centaur, right? Centaur, best of both worlds as a pause 3. Not only does he have a kit that forces you to focus on him, with things like the Stampede and the Hoof Stomp, he also very easily gets a lot of aura items. It forces
Yep.
you to bear down on him, because if you don't, then, well, how are you going to kill Lifestealer if he's sitting there blocking 70 right-click damage every time you hit him, and he's getting his lifesteal off on your big strength pause 1? How are you going to stop
Nah.
Lena when Ogre Magi just rolled a 4x multicast and still did 0 damage because of a pipe, you know?
Yeah. I gotta say, I think that Witch Doctor's Cricket's chat wheel sound effect was pretty appropriate, considering that was I think the tamest, most non-aggressive rune grab phase we've seen in this so
Yeah.
far.
There you go.
That wasn't just no conflict. That was like not even an attempt made. I wasn't even scouting out there. Just everybody was just willing to leave it all be. Chris on the Witch Doctor. Got a pause 4 silencer here. I like that. Let's do the call, right? Roll call. All right. Da Bush. Pause 1 for Lich on the Lifestealer. Pause 2, Kid Dynamite, Team Captain on Lena. Pause 3, X3L47, or as I like to call him, the Robot, on the Centaur Warrunner. Pause 4, we've got Carp on Ogre Magi. And pause 5, we've got Run Over Meat on the Witch Doctor. Carp? Carp on Ogre Magi. Wait a minute, that's the wrong team! Pause 4, sorry. We have Dogtown on Earthshaker. First Blood on the Silencer. There just gets run over by Witch Doctor and Lifestealer. Just right click
Yeah,
death.
Witch Doctor is one of the most deadly laning heroes in the game on support role.
Right.
If you don't constantly watch out, you're going to get killed pretty much.
So, on the other hand, with This Is Sparta, position 1, you have G. Raff, currently playing Razor. Pause 2, you have Jackie Chen, who is TA this game. Pause 3, you have Becky Chen, by the way, also the captain. Pause 3, Big Boy LaCroix, this time on Chaos Knight. Pause 4, our unfortunate First Blood victim, ASCL TR3. Yeah, he'd get along really well with the Centaur on the other team, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
Pause 5, we have Carp, who I incorrectly identified as the pause 4 on Lich just a few seconds ago, because I am blind. Whiffs a Maledict, very unfortunate. It'll happen. Maledict's a kind of a hard skill to land.
Yep.
You see people who are a lot better than me and you with Maledicts with surprising frequency.
It's a relatively small AoE, has a high cast point.
Right. Still not something you want to be doing ideally. Still something you want to be practicing on. But, you know, it's okay to miss one once in a while. Is what I'm saying here.
Will
Looking
not
at
be
that
summarily
silencer.
executed.
A little aggressive here with the coconut right into the Maledict, but
Right.
it's going
Witch
to take a
Doctor,
good amount of damage. Has to chew a tango to get that health back.
Witch Doctor just wants Silencer to be having no fun this lane. Wants Silencer to be sweating as much as humanly possible here. CK actually at the top of the charts for last hits here. So another part of Pause 3 as well, another part of the boss of Dao of Pause 3 is, you know, trying to make things as annoying as possible for the enemy Pause 1. Not really going to be able to do that this game. With the Maledict again, unfortunately. Probably Witch Doctor is having to chew his basically his entire income in clarities to keep this offensive up, but if he does, certainly not say it would be unwarranted.
Yeah.
I like CK just coming in to bash Lifesteal in the head one time, like, what are you doing? Oh, this
Oh
looking
boy.
bad for Witch Doctor here, unintentionally body blocked by Lifestealer and the wave there, and down he
Yep,
goes.
super dead. Big Boy LaCroix capitalizing on his really good start to win.
Right. As mentioned earlier, playing less of a pause 3 role, more of a pseudo pause 1 basically. If anything, Lifestealer and Witch Doctor is more of the off lane here in this safe lane.
Yep.
Ooh,
I mean, he's
wait,
outguessing
something
them
happening up at
mids,
up at
so-
the top, I think.
You're
Nope,
right.
never mind. I saw some spells were getting thrown out, but ooh,
Oh, some
speaking of
spells
spells
are
getting
getting thrown
thrown
out
out,
here.
ooh, this might be
Oh,
curtains
no.
for the WD.
Bad medicine indeed.
Ooh.
Going down a second time.
It's 4 in for Silencer, I believe.
Well, once again, not really able to do anything to the Lifestealer, but that's not what we're doing here today, it seems.
Died for a small amount, funny number and 100 more, but that's the way bottom goes against a Silencer's Chaos Knight lane. Ooh, those
It is
hits
very
are nasty.
Okay, not showing us what he's gonna build makes it hard to call what he's going for here. Silencer actually only has a magic wand.
It's all you need.
Silencer is one of those heroes that can really do a lot with little.
Meanwhile, at top, though, if you were talking about events that have been happening at top, notably, Razor's actually caught up to CK now for last hits. In fact, a lot of people have.
Dire's middle
Momentum is slowing
Interesting.
just a little bit for him here. Lena now actually at the top of the charts overall.
Second that easy camp there.
I don't know why I got to hear Razor deny from across the world while I wasn't even selecting him. That was very interesting. CK actually having to back here
Radiant's
entirely.
middle tower is under
Gonna
attack.
salve it up, but it's last bit O regen. It's not actually gonna cover his whole bar even.
Yeah, pretty high HP tanky hero.
Yeah, went right into power treads with the bracer, so he has a load of HP here. Which unfortunately is going to present him a bit of a weakness against the bush here, because Lifestealer loves it when you have a million HP.
Money's
Every
gone.
bit of HP or strength you have, the more Lifestealer loves beating you up.
Yep.
Though apparently this Lifestealer doesn't, as he's trying to get a casual kill on the Silencer instead. Attempt was made there on the life of Lifestealer there, but not really any hope there of getting that back.
Just tasseling him.
Big Maledict on Big Boy there takes him down to about quarter HP for a minute. It's a lot of it back on his Dogtown actually going down the top lane. No, actually going down mid. Looks like he tried to gank mid, got
Yep.
assassinated there while that little fight was happening. It's down to the Jackie Chen. Very unfortunate set of events there. Gets tipped by Ogre Magi, who
Oof.
followed him
Alright.
here.
That's rough, buddy.
There's an awkward stalemate between the cores of bot. I don't think
Yeah.
either of them can really kill each
Yeah,
other.
you got two heroes who are really good at just sort of being really tanky, getting nasty hits in, and just sort of slugging it out. But they're not capable of killing each
Oh,
other
this
with
might
that
be
outside
something.
help.
He actually ulted there.
Did he just dodge the Maledict
did.
with his ult?
He
No,
did,
no,
Not
yeah.
enough,
no,
but
no.
that was impressive, but it's not enough to save him.
Yep.
Pretty good.
Radiant's
Very
middle
Alright,
straight
aggressive
out there.
Lifestealer build. No ult.
Very Trinker, going to be pretty good for the Witch Doctor here.
Yep.
Any magic damage amp you can get on the Witch Doctor, always appreciated to a little degree. But that mana cost, baby, that's going to be doing a little more than you'd think, especially once he gets that W in. Ace very slow so far in this game. Oh, Lifestealer, very
Okay.
ballsy here.
Oh no.
Fortunately, Witch Doctor just not able to go through it. Has to back up. More fun at top. Razor actually knocking out the Centaur here.
Ogre throwing chips all over the place.
Both members of the top lane getting tipped here. Man, this is hectic. This is a very almost oh, the Earthshaker here at bot. Got a good
Ooh.
coconut. Oh, no Maledict though. Witch
Oh,
Doctor actually
CK.
going down. Unfortunately, there's an old saying that anybody who's discovered hunting knows. If you chase two rabbits, you'll lose them both. We have the Stampede here to at least get the Silencer. But man,
Throws
that
down the
was a
Silencer.
lot for a pause 4. It's a lot for
Yep.
a pause 4 who ended up getting a mana, a bit of mana there anyway. Bit of int there rather.
I've identified a bit of a problem with Radiant's team. Outside of
Right.
Centaur's ult, they can only really go fast, and they also do not have many slows.
Right.
Well, Lifestealer kind of does, but it's not a consistent one.
Chaos Knight stuck around a little
Oh
long.
yeah.
Goes down in the end. I do think that kind of wraps around, makes it worth it. But Centaur Warrunner eating it at top in retaliation.
Yeah, this
Razor.
off lane just crumbles whenever the Earthshaker is in here.
Radiant's top
Yeah, Razor's
tower is
notably
under
getting
attack.
pretty fed at this point. He's third place for last hits, but he has 2 free kills under his belt with very little to worry
Radiant's
about.
top tower is under attack.
Does have a Falcon Blade, which means that Lifestealer is going to have a little bit to do, a little bit to say about him here.
Very hard to solo against a Razor Ogre, so don't blame him.
Right. Yeah.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Centaur Warrunner is more of a mid-game sort of hero anyway, especially with this combination. Lightstealer wanted to start jungling here, but the old offlane didn't really want to let that happen. Silencer likely going to go down here.
Has an Echo to play with if he wants it.
Oh,
He did want it,
oh,
waited
yeah.
right for that.
Maledict on his face. That might end up killing him.
I don't think the Maledict came out before the Echo Slam, unfortunately. Well, it will
Yes,
kill him
will.
if he sticks. And down he
Oh.
goes. Did not respect the Maledict there. He did not respect that Maledict, and he got
Yep.
he got what happens to you for it. Witch Doctor, notably, did not have to Death Ward during that.
Yep.
Lifestealer, level 9, still no ult. Very brave. It's a very brave strategy. That is,
Yep, Max has passives out.
Yep.
Kind of like the, it's like a 1-to-1 to the Luna strategy. The Luna new meta, you just max your passives.
Right.
Dire's top tower
Razor's
is
shown
under
up to
attack.
bot just to make Lifestealer sweat a little bit. Centaur Warrunner working on this top tower here. Just trying to split it as much as possible here. All of Dire is down at bot. Nobody looks too enthusiastic to deal with him at the moment.
Dire's
Might
middle
just take
tower
this
Yeah, he gets
himself.
under attack.
Nice little bit of free space there for himself.
Are
Yep, they're
fortified.
just gonna try and
Barely
bully
with Smeldick again.
Lifestealer.
Bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower
Unfortunately
is
for
under
Lifestealer, Razor's here, which means that Lifestealer's only recourse in this fight is walking away. Got the TV
Oh
here.
my god!
He doesn't have his stun though. It was bait for Witch Doctor, but it's not enough to kill Razor. Oh.
Alright. Good Ogre.
Name gets scorched in the Book of the
Dire's
Dead.
top tower is under attack.
Tips flying around everywhere.
I think that's Ogre's last tip in this game, so at least there's that.
Dire's top tower
That was a very good cycle of events there. I feel like definitely probably room for a stampede there. I feel like an early stampede probably could have saved that.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
So lesson about watching that map, you know? It's a Learn Dota 2 League. You gotta be watching that map, you know? You got a team, they gotta communicate with you, don't get me wrong. But sometimes there's that heat of the moment. You gotta make that
Dire's
flash
middle
call.
tower is under attack.
Sun will come up tomorrow morning. It's not the end of the world for this team. Just not ideal.
If I must.
Alright, Elslo
Look.
just responded to me saying nothing. I was just worried my internet died there, to be honest with you. Alright,
There's some,
posturing going on here. Kid Dynamite
a lot of
really in the
posturing.
middle
Oh, no.
here.
That's what I mean when I say Lena does not like matching in CK. You know, the armor on that W, just instantly die to the TA.
Yep. The big thing there is you had the wall, but CK actually dodged the wall with ult there. Centaur
Two
Warrunner in a bit of a
sources
fix.
actually of armor reduction.
Yeah, they got a lot. They're probably going to be buying more if I'm betting man.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Jackie Chen personally taking out the T2 here. Both
Yep.
teams kind of posturing like they want to fight some more, but it looks like Dire maybe having a few second thoughts about this. Probably Razor not present for them, which might be influencing that decision. Just chewing on a clarity up at top. He's gonna probably try and just solo this tower down here. Just get the T1 up top back. Centaur Warrunner walking into a little pain here, finding the TA, but TA maybe a little farther out.
Oh my
Witch Doctor.
god. Oh, the damage!
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's
First
a little
global
dangerous.
silence of the game. Both these guys here just had to back off. No ability to
Fisher.
turn that around. Was a good Fisher. Man, this sucks for Lich.
He is scary.
Yeah. Top of the team, top of the charts, now worth in fact.
I mean, that was a centaur. She doesn't have Deso yet.
Right, yeah. She has the baby Deso at least, you know.
I have
We're
to
having
wonder
a-
what CK's big endgame item option is going to be, because it looks like he's trying to finish up, I believe, an Echo Saber?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so far, the issue has been present that in between every single fight, there's been a massive spread out. You know, 3 people just diving desperately in need of farm on this Sparta. Yeah, it's ideal for a pos 3 to have some money to him, you know. But just having to take every bit of gold you can on the map is not exactly where you want to be. Still, they're getting some time to do it. Centaur Warrunner picks up a Vanguard. He's got himself a Hood and a Vanguard here. It's gonna be good, but he needs those auras quick. He needs to go into one or the other. I don't think he needs the blink at this moment. They're not playing offensively enough that that's going to come in handy, I don't think. Personally, I would recommend the Crimson, considering it's a lot more fizz than the Magic, but... In fact, they actually have so little going for them as far as the magic damage goes, and you have the Lifestealer. I think you could actually get away with Eternal Shroud here if you wanted. Be a bit more self-serving than usual.
Yeah.
Earthshaker has
Farm
Blink
of
up.
Radiant's
Yeah, he
top
sure
tower
does.
is under attack.
Doing Jackie Chen
Oh,
finished
boy.
Deso, doing Roche. Roche is just dying in no time flat.
Yep. They don't even know this is happening, I don't think.
Yeah, but they got no vision here.
Roshan has fallen to the dust forever.
Insta smoke out.
Yep.
I don't
Looking
blame
for
him.
Razor here.
Oh!
They just
With the
barely
stun,
miss a
unfortunately.
stun.
Which means Razor is getting right out of town. That's unfortunate. That was a pretty big kill they could have gotten there. Taking our time here, just taking our time to breathe. Everybody just kind of split to farm. No surprise that Sparta splitting up to farm, of course, because, you know,
Yeah.
The
they are
mysteries
hungry,
remain.
hungry fellas.
Double damage.
I like the sentry not quite able to see up
Radiant's
here.
top tower is under
Yeah.
attack.
Sad.
5-man smoke. Who are we looking for? Razor, presumably? He's got DD on him. Also got Quicksilver. Actually, looks like they're prepping for a smoke themselves, funnily enough. Maybe?
Yeah.
No. They don't want to cross the river, though.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
I don't really blame them that much.
Bounty.
Hope everybody's
Let's
enjoying those casual Razor noises.
Just gonna let this one. Yeah, I guess Razor's permanently global for no reason.
I actually was selecting them there, so it stood to reason.
Oh, the victim
Oh,
has
dear.
presented herself.
But
Jeez.
nope,
Or they're just gonna
They're
let
terrified of
Earthshaker
her.
die.
they're assuming
And now the
everybody's
team
there.
is rolling in.
They're
and they're
assuming
correct.
correctly. Yeah.
Yep. I mean, they're assuming everybody was behind TA. They were actually pincering them. That was
Yep.
was a very well
Really
executed
good for a
smoke.
while.
I really feel like they should have just jumped TA and ran north and split in different directions. That was a
They couldn't
very
possibly have
unwise
known.
Shit, it
approach.
was so.
Yeah, they couldn't possibly have known those guys were coming either, because they were smoked in and they did not have vision where they were
That
smoked.
was really good. Wow.
Yeah, that was
That
a very good smoke.
legitimately some like
Radiant's
TI
top tower
pincer
is
move there.
Now let's all just make sure to stress as much as possible that was definitely deliberate and not just a coincidence, you know?
Well, it had to have been. They were all in vision fighting the TA.
Right. I mean, it was you know, going through triangle to begin with to position themselves for it, you know.
Right.
Radiant structures are fortified.
They definitely knew they were about to smoke in on TA and were definitely responding to that.
Dire's
You know.
Yeah.
bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower.
I don't know why they're being
is
so
under attack.
skittish. They don't have global silence. They could really
True.
do something. They just smoked right in their vision line. Now they're all backing up.
Yep. I'm gonna beat up Bogra Magi a little bit, but that's really it.
Not necessarily being
Not
that skittish, they're
even
just
going to,
letting the range hero hit the tower.
Radiant's
Oh, no, I
middle
mean,
tower
Sucking
has
Radiant, yeah.
fallen.
Oh,
Radiant's
Radiant,
being
okay.
really skittish, yeah.
Yeah, they did not.
Scared of TA.
Yeah, very scared of TA at this point. I think there's morale issues on the on Lich at this point. It seems like they're really kind of in their own head. They just can't win a fight. It's not really the case. They just need to get the right fight. This is a good way to start the right fight. Goodbye. That was kind of a redundant.
No, he sees the rest of them.
Right.
Oh, look at that damage coming from TA.
Oh,
We had
Goodbye.
Lena attacking TA the entire time there, and she didn't do anything to her damage-wise.
oh my
Good
god.
back.
Echo Slam here.
Okay,
It's
But,
not enough.
Nope.
that
5
was
go
very
down.
good. It's a shame the results weren't there, but
Yeah, that was well played. It's just they're
I
just too
am.
far behind at this point.
I'm not usually one to call an early game, but this is looking extremely one-sided so far.
Yeah. The fact that the late game team has the 10k gold advantage at 20 minutes makes it tough to find a path back to glory. For Lich, better have my money.
yeah.
I think this is Sparta played a very good game on the tactical level. There's let's talk about some battle strategy, right? It's
Radiant's
3
bottom
layers
tower
to
is
every
under
fight,
attack.
every sort of conflict. You know, your fist fight with a guy or World War II, right? You've got the battle layer or the combat layer. You've got the strategic layer. You got the tactical layer, right? Goes like this:
Radiant's
Battle,
bottom tower has
bigger than
fallen.
that tactical, bigger than that strategic, right? Oh, Aegis just expired. In Dota 2, strategy is, you know, are we going to go short or long? Are we going to, you know, who are we going to be drafting as a general rule? You know, what roles is everybody going to be playing, right? You know, should we be pushing that sort of thing? Tactical, what items should we be buying? What should we
Yeah.
be doing in fights?
What you're
right?
actually doing.
Right. What should we be doing in fights? You know, should we be pushing right now? Should we be fighting right now? That sort of thing.
Dire's top
Then combat
tower
level,
is
you know,
under
what
attack.
skills am I using right now, right? Like the actual literal gameplay element of it. Sparta here have been playing a masterclass on the tactical level. Fighting
CK's
great
trapped
team-
behind the Fisher.
Oh. CK's trapped behind the Fisher, but now they're all trapped with him!
Oh god.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Great global silence there. It was a very good Centaur ult as well. I think the first of the game that I would say has been very good. Oh, the bush!
Radiant's bottom barracks
The
is
bush
under
Another
actually
good
getting
Fisher.
on the rebound there.
These Fishers are super
CK
good.
dies to
CK.
Maledict. Oh no.
TA still actually able, almost single-handedly, to just keep this push going.
Bush Archer needs a multicast and almost takes his.
Radiant's
Oh
bottom
no.
barracks are under
Run!
Oh, he's dead.
He's
Another
really
good
lucky
Fisher.
that hit didn't
Goodbye,
end up also
Ogre.
getting
Oh,
life
boy.
stealer.
Goodbye,
Oh.
TA!
Yeah, she's dead.
What a big kill. What a big fight.
There's their comeback.
Wow, that was
Ooh.
great.
Earthshaker, man.
They were lowering. Lich better have my money into the casket there. That was they were watching the end of their life and they still kicked out of it. That was a great team fight. That has to be a return on the morale. A lot of good plays there. Ugh. Everything you want to see. Now here's the bad news. Does that mean much? Unfortunately, not really. There's still the early game team, and they still have a 7k gold advantage that the other team has. They need to get past, right? Still not a great scenario for them on that strategic layer, right? But man, what a big fight for them. That was
Yeah.
everything they need to see. If they want to build themselves a path, right? Build themselves a bridge over that cliff that is their game right now. That's the perfect start to it.
Those Fishers, man, I just can't give enough praise to that.
Yeah, Earthshaker clearly playing his heart out here.
Every
What I have
Fisher
to
just
wonder-
awkwardly trapped someone on the other side of it with everyone.
What I have to wonder is, what is Witch Doctor going to be going for his later items? Because he needs something to be able to do anything like him against Silencer being in the entire... Silencer is the opposition for Witch Doctor. Chaos Knight a bit
Right.
too.
Yeah, there's definitely the issue that we've seen teams have this tourney so far, where sometimes the supports just have nothing to say at the end of the game. That can't happen with Witch Doctor. He needs to get some sort of money. He needs to get some sort of farm here, or he's going to be less than an afterthought. Coming in with smoke. Looking at Dogtown. Good
Ooh,
Fisher.
caught him on vision.
Yep.
Ooh, here they come.
Pretty solid Centaur there.
No!
Does
Witch
Centaur
Doctor
not
gets a
for
good
now.
ult out. But it's not enough.
Razor gets the
Purely
link on him.
diversionary.
Razor gets the link on him rather than Lie Stealer though, but they're backing
Dire's
off.
bottom tower is under
With
attack.
the turbo crew down, they really do not have the confidence to fight this out anymore. Heading back to Roche, he is up.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Once again, Roche just melting. Second flat. They actually do have. They know this is happening, but unfortunately for them, not quite in time.
Immortality.
Who's getting the shard? Big boy
Big
LaCroix.
boy. Yep.
Gonna make
Good one.
Gonna turn Phantasm to Spamtasm.
Yep.
Do something pretty nasty to get both of these things, though. Probably shouldn't build the Axe. Probably should just get it from Roche, if anything.
Yeah.
Gold.
It's one interesting element. It's one thing that they've done in Dota in the last few years that I think has been a positive and interesting change, is putting the Ag Shard and Scepter into Roche, making him just more of an important objective, even if you're not looking to just seal the deal, for example.
And their Fresher Shard. That one too.
Yeah, another interesting one. I don't think that has quite the same massive long-term benefits, but that does have that can definitely tilt a fight.
Yep.
I do like the sort of strategic choice, like, oh, we should do an early Roche so we can farm some of the Ags equipment, you know?
Yeah.
Put some interesting questions in your mind, I like it.
Makes Ags on some heroes viable, even though they wouldn't usually be able to buy it or
Right.
be willing to buy it.
Right, frees up the slot and the money spent. Spider legs on the Life Stealer can be kind of
Very
scary.
nice jungle find, but he does not seem to want it.
Nope, wants to keep that pupils for now.
Actually, another good hero you could probably give those spider legs to may just be your local Witch Doctor.
Yeah, it could help Witch Doctor sort of sustain himself, though the spell trinkets is also good, or you could have him on nobody at all.
Ooh,
And then you could just
oh
go
boy.
for
They're
really
going
clown
for
Another
it.
Silencer.
Fisher.
The silence. The silence, and he's
Wrong.
walled off by his own Earthshaker. That is unfortunate.
But they did get something very good in
Yeah, the
that.
Fisher trapped off CK.
They did get something very good in that. They got CK, and that's a big achievement here. That'll just keep him further. Just keep him further from attaining that goal of being a pseudo sort of pause one. Push his end game further back.
Yeah, says Ag Shard. Definitely dangerous.
Yeah, that ES shard can do a lot of work for you. Silencer buy or does his... Oh, Silencer actually didn't go down in that.
Nope.
Yeah, Centaur just kind of died in vain there. Unfortunate for him. Did get some good initiate going on that though. Really looking at this. There is one major important factor here. Next time the bush goes down without that buyback, I do think it is kind of the end of the
Radiant's
war
middle
effort
tower
here.
is under attack.
They're gonna look for an echo here, I
Radiant's
think.
are fortified.
That's why they smoked.
Looking for an echo, but they're not really finding one.
Yeah, they're doing a very good job of kind of staying awkwardly enough apart.
Right. I
Lich
like
Doctor
the two
accidentally
observers.
plays 2 regular wards, yeah.
The
It's
twins.
a bit unfortunate.
And then Ogre Magi gets tipped.
Double damage.
Razor GG.
TA just casually sieging down this tower here.
Yeah, they are
Oh, boy.
pushing up this right now.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
We need another miracle turnaround here, fellas. This game is going down, down, and down.
Got a
Just gonna
minute left.
poke the tier 3s.
Yep. Not a bad idea. Just clear out those T3s. Clear out a lot of their ability to defend.
Oh.
Ogre Magi getting absolutely
Oh.
pounced on.
Oh yeah, he is.
Silencer
But,
pushing stuff
man,
up the
I don't
system.
know.
They're getting closed in on.
I don't
Oh,
know if that
God.
was it, fellas. Was Ogre Magi really worth it? I can't agree. You're gonna lose a Rex, and you're probably gonna lose 2 sets just to get 1 kill.
That's dangerous Echo if he can get it.
Has fallen.
It is, but
Radiant's middle barracks has
Just
fallen.
wait. He's stand back.
Radiant's top
That's a
tower.
good line. I really like that one.
Radiant's top tower.
they're not really contesting this. They're just kind of sitting back. Dogtown
Oh.
getting the echo in
Oh,
at
a little
the
too
end,
early. Should have waited for the creeps. It's too late. He's dead. Lena can't do anything on her
Dynamite.
own, and
Hit
Lifestealer's on
Dynamite.
his own.
Lightstealer's on his own, fighting the last guy he ever wants to see. Razor
Yeah.
getting almost a full duration link on him before just killing him. He does get the buy, but
4 people up, double buyback. Is it gonna be enough?
I don't think so, to be honest with you. I think this is over.
Has fallen.
Got TA here, but
Centaur's
goodbye.
not tanky enough for that. He's just gonna melt instantly.
Lightstealer getting in the Witch Doctor just to save him there.
Yep.
We're gonna get. Yep, we're just gonna casually megas here.
Yeah. On a whole hell of a lot they can do.
No, I think they were out of options a racks ago, let alone now.
Oh no, the BKB died in 2 swings to TA. That is it. It's over.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
No call here.
Now have mega
Nope.
creeps.
Lifestealer still trying to keep the dream alive. Oh,
Kid
look at that.
Dynamite saying Dragon to the last moment.
Very ambitious, but it's not gonna pay off this time.
Is under
Nope. Oh man, the Razor and Ogre Magi combination. Just
Yep.
doing 1,000,000 damage. Run over meat calls the GG, and that's the ball game. Razor dies though! One
Nice.
last laugh for Kid Dynamite. 2 last laughs, he takes out CK as well.
Okay.
Giggy. And what a gig game it was. Well, that was a very, that was a tale of theory and execution, right? In theory, that should have been more or less a total disaster for Sparta, right? Their lineup was so late game oriented. They really mortgaged off their entire early game, right?
Yep.
Theoretically. But they played it out so well. They played out how they did early so well, and they had so much sort of sync with each other there, right? You know, Big Boy and Jackie Chen worked together so well in that early game that even though they were playing very late game oriented heroes, they were actually able to punch well above their weight early on, secure themselves an advantage, and just find a victory here. Just went really well for them.
Yep.
I'd like to make a shout out to the Ogre Magi Carp. That was pretty solid work. Very, very good at just applying stuns, slows, hitting people with that Solar Crest when TA and Chaos were going in for the kill, evaporated in 2 swings at one point. Absolutely perfect.
Ogre Magi was a constant, omnipresent issue for the Radiant there. He really,
Yep.
Carp really made the mess of the of that enemy lineup. He really made himself as big of a problem as possible. There were some very good plays here by Lich, but I think
Yeah, ES
ultimately,
even in defeat looked very strong.
yeah, some very good plays, especially on Earthshaker's part. But I think one thing is becoming increasingly evident for Lich, and it's funnily enough a problem we just talked about because we just finished recording the second Willow and Backdoor Boys game. I think Lich is starting to pigeonhole themselves a bit in their off lane, especially. I think they're starting to pigeonhole themselves with the Centaur Warrunner, and buddy, that's not the kind of pick that you can just casually do every game.
Yeah.
By this point, I think everybody's kind of wise to it. You had Silencer immediately drafted, and as a result, Centaur wasn't able to do much. A lot of times he wasn't able to get the ult off. A lot of times the ult had to come at a very unfortunate time just because he was trying to dodge around the global silence, so he had to blow it early or late. And that's not ideal for Centaur.
Or just die instantly to the TA.
Yeah, the TA was a very direct counter to him, more or less in practice. Just completely shredded him in all regards. So I think that's about all to say about that one. Any closing comments, Randy?
Not for me.
Ocelot?
You know, looking at how the overall flow of combat went between Sparta and Lich better, all I gotta say is Earthshaker, while he was very on point, was probably one of their better picks to deal with that enemy team lineup. Just the ability to separate and to literally wall off escape and offense was crucial. Witch Doctor, I feel like, was a risky pick. We addressed that as much in the pick phase, but it did not really pan out favorably because of Silencer specifically, and a bit of Chaos Knight too.
Right, yeah. The
Finally,
Earthshaker,
we have...
the Earthshaker was as good of a pick as Witch Doctor wasn't, unfortunately.
Yeah. And I gotta say, Lifestealer, while a very logical pick, I feel like the Chaos Knight... I feel like the Silencer was just a bait pick with Chaos Knight being there. I think that they might have severely underestimated Chaos Knight's potential to do raw damage.
Right. I think the thing is that Lifestealer was, and his KDA shows it. He does have a very respectable KDA here. He was trying to play a long game here, and I think maybe the idea should have been, beat up the meat balloons in order of tankiest to least tanky in these fights.
Yep.
Actually, to be honest with you, even though they would have lost out hit in lane, I feel like it might not have been a bad idea to have X3 play the Lifestealer and put a more, a different pause one in, because one of the biggest issues they had there pretty consistently is that, every fight ends for Lich the same way. Razor just links onto Lifestealer and takes all of his damage and then just gets out of there, and
Yep.
Lifestealer just has to walk away, can't do anything more.
On that note, actually, another good hero that would have really helped here, as with the last recording I mentioned this, better version of Witch Doctor's input, honestly, Earth Spirit.
Right. Yeah, an Earth Spirit on that Witch Doctor. I don't think that's in Run Over Meat's repertoire, but it would not be a bad idea. I think it's not...
Hey, this is the Learning League. Food for thought, my man. If you're watching this, consider picking up Earth Spirit. He's difficult, but I guarantee you get good with him, you can move mountains with that hero.
Right. Yeah. He's been kind of on the downside, I think, for a little while, but I think he's not even great right now because his numbers came back. His numbers are still pretty low. I think it's just a meta that suits him really well. He's a good flex pick as well. So yeah, that's a good suggestion. I would back that. Try to learn yourself some Earth Spirit. He is very deceptive. He looks like he's going to be a super complex hero. It's easy to screw up. He looks like he's going to be a nightmare to learn, like Invoker Tears. No, he's not that bad. You can kind of get the handle over him after 1 or 2 games, at least on a satisfactory level. So, yeah, I would back that recommendation. Anyway, see you guys next time for the final game this week, for real, actually.